Hey, what up, YouTube? Black Renaissance 07 back again with another video, this one on education. Hopefully I can provide some information, some insight on how to better help our young people, specifically our young Black women, select a major. So typically how this goes is when a young person is looking to choose a major in college, they typically will, kind of say, well, what do I in air quotes, what do I feel like doing? What career do I think is a good career? What do I like? What type of things do I enjoy? What are my friends doing? So they'll go about doing that, get their education, start working a career in that field, and then quickly realize, well, either I don't really like the nature of work or I'm not satisfied with my compensation. So to prevent that, let's, instead of starting the process with what do I want to major in, what jobs do I like, or what is a good degree, let's begin with the end in mind, and by starting to ask ourselves, well, what type of lifestyle do you want? What type of income do you need to live the lifestyle that you want? After you know, like a dollar amount, like what income range would I need to have to afford me the lifestyle that I want to have? Is it like, could you be content making $50,000 a year for keeping up with inflation, 5% raises, 6% raises annually? Are you comfortable with 50 grand a year? Maybe it's 75 for you. Maybe 75 is okay. Maybe somebody, they say, nah, 75 ain't gonna work. So maybe you need to be like 120, 130, 140, 50. Maybe you need to be at 200, 300. It doesn't matter. Once you know how much money you need to support the lifestyle that you want, then you need to find out what careers pay that amount. What careers have salaries in that range of the lifestyle that I want. Okay, so once you find out what careers pay that amount, pay those salaries, then you need to find out, well, what type of what majors feed those careers? Then in line with that, you want to figure out, well, of these majors and of these careers, which ones am I naturally, like right now, which ones interest me, and which ones do I have a natural inclination for? Do I naturally have talents for that I could see my talents align with this particular career? And that's where you start. You start there because that's going to save you the hassle of sometimes a lot of people, what they do is they start college. Again, they'll start college, get the education, go out, they work. And after spending 5 years in the field and they realize, well, I'm nowhere near the lifestyle. I cannot live the lifestyle that I want. Even though I'm 5 years out of college, I'm not even close to living that type of lifestyle. And so what do? They say, okay, I'll go back and I'll get a master's degree in the same, not dead end, but in the same low paying field that they're currently working in. So let's say, not to pick on social workers, but let's say they're a social worker. They've been in the game. They've been out of college for 5 years. And they say, well, you know what? I'm really not liking this. I don't earn enough money. So I know what I'll do. I'll go back and I'll get my master's in social work. Okay, so you get your master's. And if you were making $60K a year, that's going to bump you up to what, 75? It's really not a huge, it's a good bump, but in the grand scheme of things, like, if you look at the median pay for social workers with master's degrees, it ain't really, I don't think it's that impressive. And again, I'm not here to knock someone's profession, or I'm not a dream killer either. If this is what you wanted to do since you were a child, like, do it. Absolutely do it. But you need to know, you need to understand and be informed on what the pay outlook looks like. You can go on the BLS website, bls.gov, Bureau of Labor and Statistics. You can go and you can get some information there. Also, salary.com is good. There are tons of sites, so do your own due diligence there. But, when you look at things, you look at like, okay, Is this a good investment for me? A student going to school for social work and a student going to school to become a physicist, like they pay the same amount in tuition, like same amount, negligible, couple $100 more maybe for some lab fees or lab equipment or whatever for the physicist. But by and large, it's the same amount for the degree. And their median pay, completely different. So you have to ask yourself again, what is the best fit for me? I don't want to rehash, but start with your lifestyle, start with your income, start with what type of life that you want, and then work backwards from there. I'm going to address, there's another video I want to do on how Black people, we need to better prepare our children for high earning degrees, because I feel like that's something that we do not do.